Hi, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be sharing with you the importance of letting go and surrender. Are we really in control of our lives? According to ancient wisdom traditions, we are never truly in control. We may be able to control our actions and our reactions, but we cannot control what happens in the world around us. We cannot control where and when we are born, our sex, our race, or the people that may walk in and walk out of our lives. Life leads and we follow in the dance of life. Sometimes it seems like you want to make things work, but yet it seems to always be out of your control. So you cannot relax, and you feel like you are constantly on some sort of emotional alert. You don't feel comfortable in your own skin, and you spend many of your happiest days clouded by anxiety because you panic about everything that can go wrong. Attempting to control things that are essentially out of our control always ends in defeat, because the reality is we cannot control these things. We can only work with them. Despite our best efforts, we may have experienced failure and disappointment, leaving us doubting our own power as well as the benevolence of the universe. Or maybe we succeeded, maybe we got the job, the house, or the partner we always thought we wanted, but then discovered we still were not happy. Maybe we looked for answers in sex or money or even more work. But none of those things really fill that empty place in our souls that we thought that they would. Placing all of our attention on whether our wishes come true produces more anxiety. Have you ever been in a situation where you are so ruled by external events or by another person's actions towards you that brings you an incredible amount of stress or anxiety? The emotional element in our internal struggle requires huge amounts of energy. And this is what prevents us from truly moving forward. The universe responds to that energy of struggle and fear with more struggle in the form of delays, blocks, or limiting manifestations. How can we break this vicious cycle? Whether it's because things in our life feel chaotic or just plain overwhelming, sometimes we just know all we have to do is be us and detach from the outcome, relinquish the need to control, and learn to trust that things will simply be taken care of a higher force. You don't have to believe in God to experience surrender. You must only believe that there is some higher power than your rational mind and trust that this power wants only good for you. You can call this power your intuition, the universe, or whatever makes you feel comfortable. Trusting the universe starts from trusting your heart, your intuition, your feelings, and who you are at the essence of your being. You are indivisible from the universe. The universe is a reflection of you. So trusting the universe is realizing that you are not dependent, weak, or disempowered. There's no some external force that pushes you around. The real deep down you is the whole universe. Once you realize that, you will relax and you will give your burdens back to the universe, trusting that the will of the higher force is the will to bring peace, love, joy, and harmony into your heart. Surrender is an inside job. The only thing you have to let go is the way you think. Most of the things we need to surrender are creations of our own minds, our own perceptions. Practicing letting go and trusting the universe is to realize that sometimes not getting what you want is a wonderful stroke of luck. It is the best thing that can happen to you. God sees the bigger picture, and He knows which things you need and which things you don't. Even when it doesn't make sense, trust His plan over yours. God knows which doors to open and which ones to close. When you trust that you are okay no matter what the circumstances come your way, you let go and you open yourself to all sorts of wonderful possibilities that aren't there when you are attached to one right path. You may think that receiving a check of $1 million would solve all your problems, but then how could you grow facing your fears and limiting beliefs in your life? You may long for a partner who would take care of everything for you, but then how could you build your trust in your own innate abilities, talents, and strengths? What I've come to learn and accept is that the universe always has a plan far better than ours. The more we surrender to the universe's plan, the easier it is to live more cooperatively with the universe. Trying to control things feels like you are paddling upstream, against the current. Letting go feels like dropping the oars and floating downstream without any effort on your part. Don't forget that you live in a friendly universe that is always supporting you at every turn, so that you don't have to worry yourself over details. You have always the choice to do things the easy way or the hard way. You often have no control over the situation, but you do have control over what you choose to do, to think, or feel. You have always the choice to hold grudge or be devastated when things don't go to plan. And in that case, the only person that suffers is you. Because adopting such an attitude does not help or do anything to change the situation. Or you can choose to surrender and step into your life willing to embrace everything, good or bad, with an open heart. And it is from that beautiful space of acceptance that you can tap into the abundant possibilities available to you and to manifest a life free from restraint and suffering. Embracing surrender, we experience a life of real freedom. Freedom from our emotional blocks, freedom from negative self-talk, freedom from agendas, freedom from expectations and judgments. Sometimes it's easy to surrender, spontaneously. Other times we may have to fall down many times before we learn the lesson and realize that the path we are walking is leading to a dead end and that there must be a better way. Surrender is not an escape for the lazy. It is not about doing nothing. On the contrary, surrender can actually spur you to action, but it will be joyous, loving action, keeping your heart and your mind open to whatever arises without hope of fruition. Make small moves to get things in motion, and the universe will respond rewarding you for making the effort. Say yes to life and surrender to what is. Always say yes to the present moment and see how life does its magic, starting to work for you. So, what do you have going on in your life right now that has a hold on you? In a way, it makes you feel scary, anxious, or unhappy. Whatever it is, choose to surrender. Surrender the need to know why things happen. Surrender your need for approval. Surrender the need to know the outcome. Let go of your fear, of your resistance, of your negative thoughts, of over-controlling, and be the best version of yourself. Remember, today is another day filled with new opportunities. It is your thoughts, words, and actions that make your life. So think what your life would look like if you were free from all that issues that block you from being happy and peaceful. Let today be the day to breathe in life and allow yourself to surrender. Sending you love, light and blessings, peace and joy to your heart.